chefs union has requested a 10% salary increase for each of its members, whereas the hotel managers union has requested only an 8% salary increase for each of its members. These facts demonstrate that
what are you thinking right now?
So right now I'm thinking I already forgot who's requested 10% and who's requested 8%.
Right. So me too. I go back and I'm like, well, I want to work for the chefs union because they requested 10% increase. I hope I hope it's 10% increase of a higher salary. But I'm like, I'm team chef right now over the hotel managers.
I actually wrote it.
Oh yeah, I don't.
C10H8.
Okay, I don't. Okay, and I don't write stuff down. I just let my brain engage with the text, and I use that as my note taking. Not that I don't ever have to write anything down, but oftentimes when we write stuff down, we use our notes as a crutch rather than digesting what we're reading. And it's not like we're taking notes for a class where we have to be able to revisit our notes, a week from now. We only have to remember this for like 3 minutes.
Right. That's good. Okay, so team chef, 10% salary increase, the hotel manager, only 8%. These facts demonstrate that the average dollar amount of the raises that the chefs union has requested for next year is greater than that of the raises requested by the hotel managers union.
Excellent. So what's our conclusion?
That the chefs union has requested a greater amount than the hotel managers.
Yeah, is that for sure true?
Yes.
Okay, so it says that they've requested a greater what?
Raise. A dollar amount of the raise.
Yes. And so tear this apart. Why is this not true?
Because it depends on what they're getting paid.
Yes.
What the number 10% equals.
Right, because if the chefs union are only getting paid $10 an hour and the managers are getting paid $50 an hour, what raise do you want? 8%? What salary do you want?
Yeah, the hotel managers.
So how can we strengthen this then if we know this is a flaw?
So you could strengthen it.
What do we need to show to make sure that this doesn't happen?
So what do we need to show to make sure that
it's not like, what do we want to eliminate essentially to like make sure that the chef unions are for sure requesting more money than the hotel people?
We have to know what they're making.
Essentially, like if they were making the same dollar amount, would that strengthen their argument?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect strengthener.
Okay.
So go ahead and read through these answers.
The chefs union has more members than does the hotel managers union. I didn't think that applied because they weren't talking about how many people were in the union.
Yeah, we don't like how many they have isn't going to determine the average.
Right. So I did pick B, which was the chefs union is more powerful union than is the hotel managers union and is therefore more likely to obtain the salary increase it requests.
Okay, so why is this one wrong?
I think looking at it now, because they're only talking about the salary and they're not talking about how powerful they are or how many people are in it.
And we're saying that our conclusion is just that the average dollar amount that they requested is greater. We're not saying which one's more likely to get it.
I just thought that it would strengthen it because it would say that. So I get confused when you talk about bringing information in, and I thought this was like bringing information in saying they were more powerful, so they requested a higher percentage.
Right. You're right. You can bring in new information here, but our conclusion is saying that the dollar amount they requested is a greater dollar amount than what the hotel requested. So just because the chef union is more powerful, they absolutely might be more likely to get their salary, but that doesn't mean what they requested is more than what the managers union requested.
Right.
Okay. And so just really paying attention to what that conclusion is really wanting you to strengthen. So C is an absolute trap answer for sure. Or B, I mean, I'm sorry. And they're playing into like reading quickly and like not taking a second to really like go back to the conclusion and be like, okay, this is what I'm trying to prove specifically.
Right. Okay. So I know C is the answer. So D says the average dollar amount of the raises that the members of the chefs union received last year was equal to the average dollar amount of the raises that the members of the hotel managers union received. I just don't think that was relevant.
Why?
Because they weren't talking about what they got last year.
Right. So the average dollar, just because their raises last year were better than the raises here, doesn't mean that their raises last year put them over to a higher salary total.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. So E, the members of the chefs union received salary increases of 10% each of the last 2 years. Again, just the last 2 years.
And once again, we're bringing in like these percentages. We don't, percents without another number mean nothing. Like, cool. Like, I did 100% of my homework, Mom, but I didn't have any homework. Like, it sounds great, but it might not mean anything.
I love that. I love that. I'm totally using that in my day-to-day. Thank you.
Good. Oh, I use it all. Like, you'll see it in the news all the time, and you're like, okay, cool. That's like marketing strategy 101.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right. So then C says the current salaries of the members of the chefs union are on average higher than the current salaries of the members of the hotel managers union.
Right. That's perfect.
Yep, because they're talking about their average salaries.
Yeah, they're saying, hey, these salaries are even starting out higher. Therefore, if they put it, yep. You're completely capable of getting that question right.
Yeah, I totally get it now. And I love